Does disc golf have a weed problem? Let's talk about that. This is Honest Abe Disc Golf. Hey guys, what's going on? Honest Abe coming at you with another video. We're back out here at Athens, and let's just talk about the elephant in the room today. Let's talk about the drug testing at Worlds, and let's talk about these new time rules. So let's just dive right in. So as I said, we are out here at Athens Regional today. We have our MVP bag. Well, it's a Prodigy bag, but it's got all the MVP discs in it today. And I just want to throw some of these for you out here in the field. And I just want to talk about some of the things that's going on right now within the world of disc golf. So to start right off, we got the news this past week that Worlds in Finland is going to be doing random drug testing. If it's random or not. They said it's not random, but it says random. I don't understand that myself, but I know that like Foundation has addressed this and a couple other places have addressed it already. And it's just kind of interesting to me on how they kind of sprung this basically like 33 days out before the players play in Worlds. And honestly, it's probably a good thing, yeah. Most sports do have drug testing. If we want to be considered a legitimate sport, probably not a bad idea. But I do know that I think it was any type of cannabis, so HPD, weed, anything like that, any types of marijuana will test positive, and as well for any performance-enhancing drugs will be testing positive. And it is supposed to be random targeted testing for those players that might be in suspicion of doing drugs. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below. We're going to talk about it some more as we throw some putts today. So we got the Watt and we got the Pixel. So I just kind of want to show you guys how these things fly a little bit. And we'll go, I don't know, maybe about 15 feet out or so here. With the Pixel, it feels a lot like a PA3, so does the Watt. I will say that the Pixel is a little bit more rounded. And so like I said, I always aim out to the center, off to the center, and just put it right in. Well, that started off pretty good. Those are my first two throws of the day. So random targeted drug testing. So does disc golf have a weed problem is basically the synopsis of this today. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But, you know, if we're going to name names and people that are out there, who are they going to target for this? And this is no offense to anybody out there, any of the pro disc golfers. I'm sure a lot of them probably smoke weed. It is legal in a lot of states to do. And they're out there, they're out playing disc golf, and they do it. I'm not going to share my feelings on it. You know, it's whatever. It's whatever it is. But I will say that, you know, there's probably a handful of players out there that they have looked at and they've said, all right, are these guys a threat to our European players? Oh my gosh, hold the phone. What did Honest Abe just say? A European player had to call these people out. First and foremost. And I think it was to limit the playing field. I really do. Let's try a couple other putts. Why would they do this? Well, if some of your biggest competition, we'll say Calvin Heimberg, for instance, I think he's like number 3 player right now in points. If he smokes marijuana, he smokes weed, And he tests positive for it because it can stay in your system apparently up to 30 days out for testing. Well, let's say a European player said, hey, let's do something about that. Let's limit the playing field. Wow. That's a big call out. It is, but somebody had to say something. Somebody had to complain because this is the first time we've ever hearing about it. I'm liking these discs. Starting to like them. Starting to get a feel for them. So why would somebody do that? Yeah, we're going to limit the playing field, get some of these top players either to one withdraw. I think I am positive that we will have at least one player, whether it's MPO or FPO, withdraw from Worlds in Finland because of this drug testing rule. Why? Because I don't want the bad press of testing positive for drugs. I think another player that they might be targeting, my boy who just won this past week in Des Moines, Ezra Aderhold. In my mind, Ezra Aderhold does not do performance enhancing drugs. We're going to throw some shots to the yellow basket and just kind of let you guys see how these fly. So, does Ezra use steroids? I would say he's probably a player that they probably were targeting. And I don't think so. I think that man sticks to a strict diet. And he just plays well, and he's buff, and he works out. He's ripped. As you've seen in a lot of his Instagram posts and in his YouTube videos, the man takes care of his body. He works out, and he plays incredible disc golf. So, you know, is he going to be one of the random ones as well? I don't know. So we will also say that it's not going to be random. They are going to target specific players. And I would not be surprised if a player gets popped and tests positive and they're disqualified from Worlds. It's just the way it is. It's the world that we live in, especially here in the States. A lot of disc golf players, they do smoke weed, marijuana, or they do some type of form of it. And if it stays in your system for that long, one, are they going to be able to stop 30 days out so it can get out of their system, which I think today is 30 days before Worlds. Two, when are they going to do the drug testing? Because if they do it the week before, so if they're testing people on Wednesday, which is when I'm filming it, and they start Worlds on Thursday, so it's 30 days out from today when I'm talking about this, and immediately disqualified. That's why I think we're going to have a couple people withdraw, and you're probably going to get one or two people that get disqualified for it, whether it's a false negative, false positive, whatever. It's going to happen. Let's throw the uplink. The uplink, 200 feet to the red basket out there. Show you guys how this thing flies. I held that turn a little bit. Not bad. Over 200. Thought it wasn't bad. But I do think that, yeah, somebody squealed. And, you know, they want to see if they can get a couple guys, probably Calvin Hamburg, you know, Paul Macbeth, Ezra Aderhold, anybody else. And like Isaac and Ezra Robinson, I don't think they do it. Let's see, who's it? Top putter, Andrew Marweed. I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I can count on one hand the number of times that I've smoked weed in my life. And I don't do it. I just don't do it. And that was back when I was young and stupid. Not to say that I'm not old and stupid now, because, yeah. Still forehand flick. Yeah, pretty good. We're at 200. So let's wrap up this little segment with a little fireball. Watermelon stamp fireball. Oh, very overstable. So I'm going to put it out way left, let it just kind of burn back in. I didn't put it out far left enough, but got a little rollback. One, we know it's not random. Two, probably somebody called everybody out and they're going to try to make a statement out of it. And eventually, whoever that person was or people, it will get out. And then those people are going to be hated on because number three, it's disc golf. And a lot of players smoke weed. Performance enhancing drugs, PEDs, probably not so much. Unless they're trying to recover probably from an injury. It's going to get out. And number one, and first and foremost, and last and least, it's just going to make disc golf look bad. So let's talk about the new time rules. This is going to take about 30 seconds. They're dumb. Backhand, fireball. See how overstable that thing is? Aim it right at the basket. Way left. So you're going to make me give a warning to somebody 4 different times on my card to incur a penalty for them taking too long. When I just had to do it once before? What are you thinking, PDGA? What are you thinking? I have to give one, or all 3 people have to give the same guy a warning 4 different times before they do anything. That is ludicrous. That is ludicrous. You know, it's crazy. I don't understand this new rule. We're gonna take the Tesla, put it out there. Starting to really love that disc, guys. So yeah, MVP Tesla 250 straight shot. Starting to really like this disc. I don't understand the rule change here. I don't know if because disc golf is a self-governed sport that we're trying to put more responsibility on the players. But even the players have said that they're not even going to call people on it. Only people who have called people really on it recently are the marshals. Well, isn't that their job? I know Brody from Foundation, he's already called the marshals out several times. I've never been out there on an actual elite series or anything. The biggest one I was out there on was the A tier for Tennessee State. And I walked with the Chris Dickerson card on Saturday. And I walked with the Harper Thompson, Aiden Scott card. And I didn't see a marshal the entire time. And I went out and spotted for him. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I know we're a self-governed sport, but you're asking the fellow players to call each other on time faults. Well, we know that Simon's already said he's not going to do it. We know probably the biggest abuser of it right now, Gannon Burr, he said he's not going to call people on it. So does this really solve anything? Nope. All right, we got a couple playing to the tee, so we're gonna put this out past the yellow basket over there. All right, I just want to show you guys the backhand on this. Just try to throw it flat, just right over the top of the yellow basket. Pretty nice little finish on the end. So all in all, guys, time rule change, dumb move, not going to fix anything. Get more people to certify, get more people to volunteer or whatnot as marshals. Let them have the say. Let them follow the cards that are the problem. The players that continue to be the problem, dish out the warnings. Don't put it on the players. Let's throw the trail for the second time ever. I have that line pretty good. All right, I like it. So basically to say, guys, all in all, disc golfers, we're self-governing, pot smoking, we take too long. Well, that's not, well, duh, because we're smoking weed all the time. And we don't know the rules because everybody's got a different opinion on the rule. So, all in all, it's just going to make disc golf look bad. I don't know. Let's try a little hyzer flip on this thing. Oh, yeah. I'm Honest Abe. We'll see you in the next one. So I want to give you guys a little bit of bonus coverage. Throw this trace for you. And I basically had to go to a standstill and just basically throw this thing like this on hyzer, just to show you how much hyzer you got to put into it. It's got a great flight when you do that. It goes far. So, yeah, probably never going to bag it though.